This is a spiritual union because it is the spirit of God functioning through our personalities together. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Career Union. So you and your specific person, your true love, are one. There is no separation. You understandably are seeing yourself, your life, and the people in your life as separate from you, but they are not separate from you. There is no such thing as separation. If you desire life together with your true love, it is my belief that your true love desires life together with you too. What you want, they want. If you have a fear because of what you already experienced with them, got close, something happens, then you experience the illusion of separation, then there's a little part of you that might be fearful to reconnect. I do believe, and I know some people might not agree with this, and that's okay. I do believe that if you're fearful, if you're waiting, if you're afraid to reconnect, then so are they. If you haven't forgiven yourself for the past, for the things said or done, they probably haven't forgiven you and or themselves either. If you haven't forgiven them. So in other words, try to really understand the oneness of it. And you don't need to be perfect to be with your true love. You do not need to be fully healed to be together with your true love. These are all just some limiting beliefs that I hear over and over and over again. You don't have to do ongoing inner child work. You do not have to do shadow work. That being said, when your deepest fear gets triggered, gets triggered in you through the reflection of what they said to you or what happened or through a memory or a nightmare, don't just stuff that down. Express the emotion, but you need to disconnect it from your person now. You have to detach this pain from your person. You want to create the feeling of pleasure in your body as it relates to your true love. The pain itself, while I know may have been reflected back through who knows what your circumstance was, disconnect it from them. And then the pain comes up. Just give yourself love through it. Just let yourself cry and express it and realize that this has nothing to do with them. And you can go back and do revision from when you were younger. I just don't believe that you should do ongoing healing work because that can become a trap. I have clients who are coaches in this space. I have clients who are therapists, psychologists, of all different walks of life. And sometimes it's misunderstood. They think that I'm saying do inner child work. One of my clients that I recently met with within the past few weeks, for example, she's manifesting her mirror soul. And we were talking about this exact thing. And she said, "Oh, no, I've already gone back. I've already done years and years of inner child work." I said, "I appreciate that. I understand that. That's not what I'm talking about. Revising things from your childhood is no different than revising things from last week or earlier today. If you went somewhere or you experienced something with anybody and it was out of alignment, it was misaligned, some sort of a negative experience, you go back right into that experience energetically, and then you imagine it differently. You keep sabotaging unintentionally and subconsciously because that little part of you needs to be seen and heard, and that little part of you wants your mirror soul to fill in this void that's within you, that's fearful of love but doesn't belong to your true love. It doesn't belong to your person. Okay, so in other words, you guys can be together and you can still be triggered. You can still have insecurities. You don't have to be a robot or perfect. Rumi said, "The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along." Ignore your 3D doesn't mean that a lot of people, this becomes a very toxic thing. You're disregarding what appeared in front of you. You're disregarding it. Then you're shifting your awareness into your desired end of what you want. So again, if a lot of pain is there, handle it the way I described, so you're not neglecting and ignoring and blocking yourself. Because if you're ignoring yourself, then maybe that's why your true love is ignoring you. Okay. But live your life in a sublime spirit of confidence and determination. Disregard appearances, conditions, in fact, all evidence of your senses that deny the fulfillment of your desire. Rest in the assumption that you are already what you want to be, for in that determined assumption, you and your infinite being are merged in creative unity. And with your infinite being, God, all things are possible. God never fails. Each assumption has its own corresponding world. If you are truly observant, you will notice the power of your assumptions to change circumstances. To change circumstances which appear wholly immutable. You, by your conscious assumptions, determine the nature of the world in which you live. Ignore the present state and assume the wish fulfilled. Claim it, it will respond. The law of assumption is the means by which the fulfillment of your desires may be realized. Every moment of your life, consciously or unconsciously, you are assuming a feeling. You can no more avoid assuming a feeling than you can avoid eating and drinking. All you can do is control the nature of your assumptions. Thus, it is clearly seen that the control of your assumption is the key you now hold to an ever expanding, happier, more noble life. So if you continue to give in to your limiting beliefs, your fears, and the programming from when you were growing up, and you keep blaming yourself and you keep blaming your person and you stay angry, and then you keep seeking for evidence in your 3D, then you're actually not allowing yourself to be in the relationship with your person. You're holding yourself back. Sometimes people hold themselves back in the middle because it feels safer, because they haven't let go of the old programming from, like, what I was discussing earlier in today's session. So I just want to leave you with a poem from Dr. Joseph Murphy, and I'm going to slightly tweak it to fit, true love, specific person. God is love and God is life. This life is one and indivisible. Life manifests itself in and through all people. It is at the center of my own being. I know that light dispels the darkness, so does the love of good overcome evil. My knowledge of the power of love overcomes all negative conditions now. Love and hate cannot dwell together. I now turn to the light of God upon all fearful or anxious thoughts in my mind, and they flee away. The dawn appears and the shadows flee away. I know divine love watches over me, guides me, and makes me clear the path for me. I am expanding into the divine. I am now expressing God in all my thoughts, words, and actions. The nature of God is love. I know that perfect love casteth out fear. And this is the poem that I'm going to change up just a little bit. How to attract my ideal true love. God is one and indivisible. In him we live, move, and have our being. I know and believe that God indwells every person. I am one with God and with all people. I now attract the perfect version of my union with my specific person, my true love. This is a spiritual union because it is the spirit of God functioning through our personalities together, and someone with whom I blend perfectly. We get each other. We support each other. I know that I can give to this person love, light, and truth. I know I can make my true love's life full, complete, and wonderful. I now decree that they possess the following qualities and attributes. They are spiritual, loyal, faithful, and true. They are harmonious, peaceful, and happy. We are irresistibly attracted to each other, always in sync together, always in harmony. Only that which belongs to love, truth, and wholeness can enter into my experience. I accept my true love now. So I've come on with a lot of success stories with people who had multiple circumstances that are probably far beyond yours. Your circumstance is not unique or special. You want to find some inspiration, listen to the playlist, Deep Soul Connection, whatever it is, specific person playlist. There are a lot of people who have been exactly where you are, and it doesn't mean that you're going to lose your specific person. It just means that currently you're believing more in your 3D than you're believing in your heart and soul and trusting in your power. Okay. You're the creator of your life. Okay. I love you so much. Have an amazing day. Receive the message below with anything you want to say, but just receive it below. I love you. Bye.